gnarly spoiler.
You have the broken bicep.
There it is.
The whole bale just unloaded. Welcome back, folks. So today, this is a big day for us. I'm really excited to show you what we've been working on here for a year, over a year. Many hundreds of man hours, lots of research and development, and you can see the original iteration and the modern one. This is the one right here, and it's called the Bale Buggy. So this guy here is a kit that you can purchase through weldprojects.com. The link will be provided below. So we're gonna take and show you how we built this. This is a kit that comes not complete, but all of the steel, the brackets, the fenders, everything you see here except for chains, simple components, winch, coupler, spindles. All those items are included in a PDF file that you will be able to order, and there are direct links to them. It's real simple, and it's the most affordable way. The idea of this machine is to be able to feed your animals on a budget. A lot of folks can't afford to purchase an already made unit and have it shipped to them because shipping is typically thousands. So we had to put our heads together. How can we get useful tools into American farmers' hands to help them improve their land? This is the solution we came up with. If you don't already know all the benefits of a bale unroller, there's plenty of other videos out there that people can talk about it. But this unit in particular, you're gonna be able to build yourself with simple welding equipment. And you know, this is something you should be able to knock together in a couple of days. You and a buddy, maybe you and your son, and maybe you just wanna take and learn how to weld. Well, you can do it. Something simple, buzz box and or wire feed welder. So we're gonna get into the build on this, and we're gonna show you how we put it together so you kind of have an idea of what you're gonna get into. And then we're gonna show you how we use it. All right, here's the stack of PDFs we just got printed. We're gonna start putting this thing together. Luckily I didn't have to print those, I got my wife to do it. Really simple. These parts just fold. Boom, that easy. Something like so. Oh yeah, God, that's awesome. This thing is pretty self-explanatory. If you're not fortunate enough to have a flat surface like us, you just get one, find one. So those just pull together, boom, like that. Tack weld it, done. All the kits that I've seen thus far from Texas Metalworks are pretty smart. They won't let you screw up because it's kind of redundant. Everything has the same amount of holes on both sides, so there's no really technically left and right side, typically. That thing's so light. It's not bad. Not bad for a rookie. I'm gonna go ahead and take and mark the side that needs the grinding, which would be this side where that plate goes on. It's gonna be on the inside, not the outside. This is the outside of the unit. This is the inside. This is where your spreader bar goes across. All right, we're done with this one. We're gonna do the exact same thing, but in reverse, 180 degrees. This is a mirror image.
Abandoning.
He's abandoning me. I guess I'm doing this on my own now.
I didn't do anything anyway.
What am I, chopped liver?
I know.
Yeah.
You did. You're worthless. Flip it over, do the exact same thing on the other side. This is the crossbar that connects those two together. So we're just gonna put these plates on the end. Now these bolt to that, so it makes a real easy assembly. You're gonna rely on bolts to help assemble and orient it. Then once you get the whole unit assembled, pins, bearings, everything lined up, then you can come back and weld these plates to these guys right here. Actually, it'd be up here.
Bro, gnarly spoiler.
Some more bolts. Yeah, these bolt-up plates, this actually makes it, it's just pretty intelligent way of doing it. I didn't design this part. A little lighter than the first rendition. I'm going to show you something that, this is why we're going to have a flapper disc, right angle grinder. So if you look down here, you're going to see the toe and the way that it's cut, it's touching. So we're going to have to get those. Let me show you. We're going to need to just bevel this edge on both of those so they make up. Here we go. They make it really nice. So I'm really bad at reading instructions. So I'm going to try and save you from making the same mistake I just made. This cross portion of the frame, there is an up and a down to it, and I just missed it. There's a couple of little notches cut for that tab to fit into. So, not the end of the world, but I'll show you. That should have been up, and I missed it. Oh well, I'm gonna knock that tab off. Good enough. Good enough for me, man. All right, let's go there. We're gonna put that bad chicken on there. Boom. Bolt it up tight, hold it in position. We're just gonna tack 2 tacks on that. And that ultimately is gonna be inside that nut on the backside. And then our rubber cushion will be bolted to it. Now notice I put the bolts back in it so I didn't get a BB in those threads and ruin it. There we go. There. So I got my tongue welded on now. And you can see these gussets over here. Maybe it's out of frame, but this is the same thickness as them. So I'm just using this over here. So when I go ahead and put my brace on, it'll hold it up. We're about 3/16 too wide, which technically speaking is fine. It can vary a bit, but I'm gonna wrench that in a little bit more. Within a 16th. I think we'll live with that. Okay, so I got this one welded up, and I'm gonna show you how I did it. There's maybe a million ways to do this, but to get this straight, so get down here and let's look. All I'm using is something to hold it, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tack it. Once it's tacked, I'm going to rotate it, set it back on. This is perfectly flat, and I'm gonna keep rotating it as I tack it, and if it rocks at all, then I know my shaft isn't straight. So, just gonna tack it up. Still gotta deal with caps here, they're just tacked. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get this on hitch lined up. I'm like, everything's off. Oh no, it sucks. Okay. Hey, there we go. I'm gonna add the winch platform or perch. Sucks me, dude. All right, here we go on the next step. What we did is we ground these welds flush because it has to receive these plates. So I'm gonna show you how I'm gonna set this up so the spears orient properly, and they're pretty much on the same axis. They're not all cattywampus and cross-eyed. Okay, first things first, take your DOM tube, poke it through there, maybe 1.5 inches on the inside, and then go ahead and hang these plates, one on either side, like that. Just let them swing. Let them chill like that, and I'll show you what the next step. We're gonna do the exact same thing on the other side. As you can see, these aren't lined up, they're just flopping around. So I'm electing to use a piece of 1.5 inch angle iron. I'm gonna set that on there, and I'm gonna clamp these up into it. That'll have us nice and straight. So the last thing I wanna point out before we weld this DOM, you want to push down on this end and kind of preload it. Otherwise, the allowable play that's inside there will let your spears kind of dangle as they try and enter the bale. So I would recommend pushing this down and then going ahead and tacking it up. Next side, chain keeper here and chain hook right about there. Repeat the process on the other side, and then we'll get the whole thing welded. You can always tell which welds are the first welds of the day. And the ones that are a little later in the day, they look better. Oh my God. We're finally getting some rain. Look at that. We've been in a massive drought, so dude, it's coming down. I love it. All right, bale spear time. The only thing so far that's gonna actually kind of suck is sharpening this bale spear. Oh, I even got close. Hell no, I didn't. Here we go, one very hot handle. Woo.
No,
I got it
not a
back.
good idea.
All right, here we go. I'm 260. Pretty good. Let the fun begin. Now I'm going to point these about 3.5, 4 inches back. We'll get back to here after about 30 minutes of having fun with these. Show you what we come up with. So that's 20, 30 seconds of grinding, and you can see how fast it takes it off with a 40 grit. So. All right, so I was pretty close. Well, per spear, about 30 minutes of spear, ended up being almost exactly an hour. That included filming to point both of those. Now, that's only a 4.5 inch right angle grinder, which is incredibly slow, compared to a 6 or 7 or 8. So, but it gets the job done. Again, we might come up with a solution for this in the future, but that's what it is for now. Trying to keep the costs on this as low as possible. So we're on to this phase, Fenders. So these things come cut. Do this by hand. If you're limp wristed, I guess you could use a crescent wrench. Sorry, all you limp wristers. That's a heavy duty Fender too. I don't know what gauge that is, but it's thick. Bring these guys together. Fender bends out. Fender in a box. These little tiny cutaways. Well, that is an indicator to help you orient the width of it, because it'd be easy to get off. Not a right angle. So you're just going to pull that a little bit when you tack it up. I'm just going to see how it fits, what we think, before we weld the whole thing up. That's pretty cool. 1 inch. Okay, so this is like one of those Chinese puzzles. Here we go. So, here, you gotta get the chain on it. Swivel it through. All right, we'll get those squeezed together. Just need a pair of channel locks. Little man grip string. And there she goes. She in there, kids. Let's see what our video editor's got for grip. Boy. Let's see. Hold on. Ready? I want to see the face. Is he? You
gotta see the progress.
Okay, let's go. Let's get it. No. Okay. Okay. Tien, why you look crazy? Squeeze, boy. Squeeze. With her pretty fingernails and her wedding ring on.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I'm getting it to bend. It's just not.
He beat.
Oh, look at that. Made it look easy.
Well, it is when you got, yeah, you have the broken bicep, yeah. Boom, there we go. Well, now that you've seen how we built it, we're gonna go unroll some hay and show you how it's used. We don't really need to, but for demonstration purposes. As you can see, I'm a little out of commission, so the kids are gonna do this and I'll be your cameraman. Damn, that thing's loud. Keep going, buddy. Keep going. Yeah, plenty. Use them thighs, boy. That's what I do. I know that belt. Hey, pull forward to square the bale just a little bit. Perfect. There it is. You need like one of those big old Acme sledgehammers, right? The ones that, you know, Roadrunner and Wile E. Coyote hit each other with. All right, let's crank that sucker up. So one of the greatest improvements we made between the first iteration and this final one. See how high it holds the bale up? That's what we want right there. Lots of ground clearance. The other one used to drag a bit. All right, let's go feed this thing. Yeah, get that wrap off. Man, this thing having that bale up another foot off the ground is so much nicer. Oh my gosh. Help him strip it off. Okay, you're gonna roll the whole thing. Ah, you almost fell down. Yeah, clear. Boom. And we're gonna stop and we're gonna show you exactly what I mean. But when this bale gets real small here, and it's only about yay big still, and you go to feed again, say you unroll half of this, and then you winch it back up and you take it out of the paddock and you come back a day or two later to feed the rest of it. The other machines on the market, this bar is at a much further angle outward, so it stores in a higher position down here. And when you flip it forward, this bar right here can hit horses or cattle in the face, because, you know, they see the feed, they come up, they get all around you, and you go to flip it back. That bar right there and a lot of the other, that bar there will be way out here, and it'll crush an animal's face, absolutely, without question. Here we go. Now, the faster you go, the more it'll unroll, obviously. And you can put the bale on backwards so it comes off slower, or you can put it on forward and it comes off in like a roll, like toilet paper, like that. They're kind of like, what is this junk? You've been eating green stuff. We're strip grazing this really rough pasture off. Pasture, it's not even pasture. It looks like CRP. And we're gonna mow behind it. Well, that was obnoxious, thank you. There we go. And the whole bale just unloaded. Cool. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. So see how we got down. We obviously spilled too much hay off there, unrolled too much. But as that got real small, you can still see the bar is not at a crazy angle coming way back here. And a lot of other unrollers on the market, that's what they do. So they'll strike your animal in the face. So I just wanted to point that out. Whatever. There you go. The wheeler's not in park, so. there you have it, folks. The bale buggy. If you'd like to build your own, there'll be a link below where you can order your own kit. And there's also a whole myriad of other welding kits if you'd like to put some of those together too. So hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll see you on the next one.